It's Fifine technology.
Cool.
It's just a USB mic goes in my computer.
Okay, here we go. Wow, good morning, good Friday morning. It's Mark here with Dentist on Demand, and you are joining us for our very first Dental Bites.
This one's live, right?
This one is also live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exciting.
We don't have to do it live, but
This is super cool.
yeah, you got my little, we're looking at Tyler here right now.
We
should be in the sound booth with me right now, but we'll figure all of this stuff out in one, at some point.
Mark's got the producer seat going on.
Yeah.
And I'm in the studio. I'm here 3 feet
Yeah,
away from him.
we're pretending that we really know what we're doing, but we do.
I don't know. You got a lot of dials and switches there in front of you, man. I think you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Pretty cool.
I do.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Okay, well, I'm going to pass it over to Tyler here.
Yeah.
We're joined today. I'll let Tyler introduce our good friend.
Well, just quickly before we jump in, so Dental Bites is something that I used to do years ago, where we would talk. We got a little background music going?
Yeah, we do.
It's nice.
Do you like that?
It's kind of like, it's nice. It fits with the history of what I'm about to say. So Dental Bites started with me about, I'd say 2014, where we used to bring guests on the show and on our YouTube channel, and we'd talk about cool and innovative new products in the dental industry. We've expanded it. We want to have people on that have great new products to talk about, innovations, dentists doing new procedures, you name it. We want to have a lot of that stuff here on Dental Bite. So I think we're going to have a weekly segment on this stuff, right? So
I thought we were going to do it daily.
That's pretty ambitious. I'd like to do daily. So without further ado, our first guest is a good friend of mine, Mr. Bob Piercy from Desktop Health. Welcome to the show, Bob.
Thank you very much. You guys aren't dating yourselves at all with that intro music. That Gen 1 Nintendo intro music doesn't date you guys at all.
Yeah, it's like an 8-bit theme.
That was the second. The first one was what? That's Tetris. But what's the second game? Is that like Space Invaders?
I thought it was Mario, and I'm not a Nintendo guy, but I swear that was Mario, wasn't it?
It wasn't any of those. It was by my design. I don't even know.
But it's like,
so a Dental Bites, web episode featuring the technology of the future in dentistry has an 8K Nintendo intro.
We're working on it, as you see, Bob.
No. We're going somewhere with this, Bob, because like my 12-year-old son, it's all about the classic consoles nowadays. So he's like, Daddy, can you find me an original Sega Genesis? Or like if I pulled a Coleco out of the box right now, he would lose his mind. Or an Atari. Like these kids go bananas for this stuff. This is all the rage.
We used to have a Gen 1 Game Boy in the bathroom at home back when I was in university.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yes, the Game Boy. I remember
Calvin and Hobbes and Gen 1 Game Boy.
Yeah, very cool. So Bob, welcome. Desktop Health, man. Like this is exciting. This is printer technology, real cutting edge stuff. So just want to be mindful of everyone's time. I know we've all got a busy Friday ahead of us, and
I'm going to be mindful of your ID there on the back of your phone.
Oh, my ID?
You might want to
Oh, yeah, I should. Well, everywhere you go, you got to show your vaccination, and then I just flip the phone over, and then you're away to the races. So
just be careful because there's these hacker people out there.
Well, thanks for pointing that out for me.
You're welcome.
I'm going to fix that while Bob tells us about Desktop
Health.
Health.
And Bob, you will find that my job here in the sound booth is to derail everything.
And I love too how you guys are pretending that you're not like 3 feet apart right now. Like this is like
I could actually, I can touch him.
I gave it away. I said he's 3 feet away from me.
This is a cross Canada production, folks. So one guy's on the East Coast, one guy's on the West Coast,
right.
and they're bringing.
Hey, Mark, how's the weather over there?
It's terrible.
It's terrible. Hey, well, it's nice in here in BC today. It's a balmy 1 degrees. Bob, tell us about Desktop Health.
Yeah, absolutely. Very exciting, cool company, and I just joined Desktop Health back in November, and I'm learning. There's a lot that I've learned since I joined that I didn't even really realize before I made this step. But to kind of really describe what Desktop Health is now, it's to take a step back to where about 2002. the company EnvisionTech was founded. And EnvisionTech has been in the dental and medical industry, developing 3D printing technology. They developed the DLP, so digital light production technology. And they've been putting printers in market. They've been developing resins, putting resins in market, working with dentists, labs, denturists, and other medical fields. And Desktop Health EnvisionTech was acquired by Desktop Metal in early 2021, and then Desktop Metal formed Desktop Health. And so really we have a company, Desktop Health, which is less than a year old, but has almost 20 years of R&D, technology, intellectual property, patents in the 3D printing technology. And that's where we are today. So really exciting. Lots of really cool stuff. We've got some history behind us, which is good. But we're here selling printers. We're here manufacturing resins in the dental medical space, and it's exciting. I'm excited. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So new but not new, right? There's a long history of printer technology behind Desktop Health.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we have a company, again, that's not even a year old, but we have 20 years of experience in the field, in the market, in the space, and it's just and the opportunities right now seem endless. It's exciting.
Very cool. And like I've dabbled a little bit with EnvisionTech in the past, just because Henry Schein being a supplier of their products and services. So I'm as aware as I am about the history of the company. It's great to finally actually have representation that we can reach out to directly in Canada. So tell us a little bit about your role. Do you go nationwide? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So my title, my position is a business success manager, and right now I am the first business success manager, the first sales rep, a manufacturer rep in Canada. So right now I'm covering the country coast to coast. That's a daunting task.
That's a big territory, man.
Just like us.
Yeah,
just like you guys. Yeah, just a walk in the park. And right now, so the focus has been on the U.S. They have dealt in Canada in the past, but again, I'm the first person in Canada. So now it really is becoming more of a priority. We really want to establish this territory. We want to grow our presence in Canada. And I right now I'm kind of seeing myself as the first piece to do that. So as we get some traction, we'll see what the country needs from representation from Desktop Health. And if this role grows, great. If I'm able to manage it, great. But again, right now this is like you say, you need representation to really kind of be supported, for your customers to be supported. And this time we're really making an effort to do that now.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So not to get too too philosophical on you, but I'm going to throw this one at you. Could you tell us, briefly how you think 3D printer technology is changing dentistry?
Well, I think 3D printing technology is changing every industry.
Right.
And
I agree.
I think it's just, first of all, I think it is just cool and awesome. And I was just waiting for the time to be able to justify to buy myself a 3D printer so I could play with my kid, but really I wanted to play with the 3D printer. I think it's an amazing technology, and really it's changing every industry in regards. And printing started off, again, in most industries, being in the prototyping phase.
Right.
We need a part, we're designing a part, whether it's for automotive or for dental, and you want to kind of feel it, hold it, touch it, kind of see how it interacts. And that was 3D printing as a prototyping material, prototyping technology. And now it's really happening in Desktop Metal. So our parent company is doing this on the metal fabrication side, and we're starting to do this on the dental side, the medical side. We're using 3D printing to manufacture end use parts, and then that's really going to open up 3D printing for the doctors, the labs, the denturists, but also for the patients. And just what does that allow? What does that provide the patient as an end-use prosthetic, or again, in other industries, the end-use part? Because now you're open to the internet. Now you're open to you're no longer shipping products from coast to coast or between provinces or countries. Now you're just sending a file, and that, I think, is going to allow so many opportunities in regards to whether it's increasing efficiencies, decreasing time, potentially better quality restorations. For dentistry, if you drop your denture and break your denture, it takes 5 to 7 visits to recreate that denture. Here, now we could just simply print a new one.
Mhm.
Um,
That blows
and
my mind that you can just
Say go to the internet again.
go to the internet again.
Yes, we are a technology based.
See, Bob, it's way better. Our studio is we couldn't do that before.
You couldn't do that before, yeah.
That is good.
What you need, Mark, is just a delay. You need like a 5-10 second delay, so you can just add that in live almost, right?
Well, remember back. I remember back in the 90s, after that buzzing noise, you'd be like, I can't tell if I'm online yet.
Remember
that?
when the pictures downloaded, it took just a picture
beep.
Took forever. Yeah.
It was a line at a time.
Yes.
You can print a denture faster now than the speed at which images would load onto your computer screen back in 1995.
You can print a 3D Baby Yoda.
My neighbor Michael has a printer, and he printed my son Colby a Cobra Kai emblem.
That's so cool.
That stood up on the desk, like our little we could actually print one of these guys if we wanted, right?
Absolutely.
This is printed. I think.
That all.
Everything
I'm
is
printed now.
I'm printed. Mark's not actually here. It's just a printed copy of him. Sorry, Bob, I cut you off. You were going to say? Mark's going a little crazy with the sound effects now.
Sorry, I derailed it. I told you guys that's what I was going to do. Okay, I'll jump out again.
I forget where I was, but basically I think I was talking about just the ability to manufacture, to print end use parts. Is that's where this is going. And again, not just in dentistry, but every other industry too. And the conversations I've had, Ty, recently, and I think you've had this conversation or know this better than I do, just your experience in the lab side, is lab technicians are going away. It's essentially it's a dying art. Yeah. There's fewer and fewer people that are doing the work, that are coming into that part of the industry. Edentulous patients, as my understanding, is a huge opportunity, or a huge number of people that need treatment and care. And my previous role with Shine, not working with dentures, I wasn't really aware that was an area that needed care.
Yeah.
And so now with printing, now you have the ability to service that, to service it well. And then again, the further evolution into regular crown and bridge and implant and all on X cases, again, is where this is going. And again, just like how CAD CAM came in and made things more attainable, faster, better, it became as good or better care for the patient. I think 3D printing is going to do the same thing.
Definitely. And I think just the turnaround time on on prosthetics is just that's the stuff that really blows my mind. So leapfrogging out of that into now that sort of leads me to ask what sort of products are currently available. So is that something you'd want to talk about today? Like what Desktop Health currently has in the market in Canada?
Yeah, we can for sure. And the thing is, again, Canada hasn't. Well, I shouldn't say. There's always there's a process to become Health Canada approved and working in Canada, and so it's just been
everybody's got something in Health Canada waiting for approval.
Yes, everyone has something.
Yeah, that's in dental.
We do, don't we? Yeah.
Probably.
Dennis on Demand has something in Health Canada. Go ahead.
So right now, the products we have available, the printers we have available, if we can start there, kind of the flagship printer that we have right now is the Envision One. CDLM technology, so continuous digital light production. And then we have our D4K Pro. The CDLM is definitely the two compared to each other, larger build plate, so it has higher capacity, faster production. And then the D4K is slightly smaller build plate, more of the chair side component. But again, both printers print extremely well, print extremely fast. And those are the printers we have. And then we have a whole host of resins, and I forget the exact number, but we have a lot of resin that we manufacture. The big thing that we're waiting to get Health Canada approval right now is this Flexera Smile, Flexera base material. This is a health. This will become a dedicated use for dentures, for end use dentures. There's over 100,000 dentures right now being printed on Flexera, and we're just waiting for the Health Canada approval.
It sounds like an amazing product.
Yeah, just a couple quick stats on it. Like, it's apparently 3 times stronger, more resistant to fracture than other denture materials that are currently out there, and 2 more times resistant to staining. So, or moisture, which results in resistant to staining. So it's again, prints very well, beautiful. We've got like 5 base colors. We have 6 tooth shades. So you have that opportunity. And because the chemistry is the same, when you bond it together, it becomes like one true fixed piece. So it's extremely strong. And again, like you say, if it were to get lost, or say your dog chews on it, you can simply just print a new one.
Mhm.
And the cost to manufacture that is, in material cost, is so much less than a traditional denture. That again, in the U.S., they're doing full dentures in 1 to 2 visits, or maybe 3 visits, whereas I think it's like 5 to 7 for a traditional denture with all the adjustments to get it kind of a finished product. So
Yeah, I think you're right. It's probably 2 visits and a reline.
yeah,
Like a post fitting reline, whatever they call it. That is so cool. So, I mean, prosthetics that they can currently do with these units. So you mentioned dentures a few times. Is there a permanent crown resin as well? I'm assuming coming down the road.
it's in the pipeline. Yeah, absolutely. So, and then yeah, and I don't even know what I'm allowed to talk about or what I'm not allowed to talk about.
Oh, come on, Bob.
Oh, I know. No one's listening to this, right?
No.
Oh, I can
I
tell
think
you.
2020. I think 2022 is going to be a pretty exciting year for 3D printing in the dental industry. So yeah, I'm excited.
I think in the next 3 years, it's really gonna it's going to take
Printing's
off.
going to blow up for
There's
sure.
everybody's pushing design. It's gonna blow up.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's not me. But that was very well timed. That was
Okay,
Thank you
I want
so
to
much.
see the phone there, Ty. Like, whose phone ringtone is shots? I've got a few ideas who that might be, but
I just thought it was a funny ringtone, and then I never
Yeah,
changed it.
sure.
I always have my phone on vibrate anyways, so I
We know who it
completely
is,
forgot
yeah.
it was.
Bob's on it.
Yeah, exactly. So you've already. Is that Macho Man Randy Savage?
It is.
Can you just do it one more time? Sorry, Bob. It's one of my favorite sound effects. You've already sort of touched on this, but my final question for you today, Bob, was what lies ahead for Desktop Health?
well, I think what lies ahead with Desktop Health is the resins.
Resins, yeah.
That's where this really develops, and that's where the opportunity really lies. I think in 3D printing, because and this kind of lies into the strength that Desktop Health has, that we manufacture both printers and resins. Because again, historically, 3D printing has been for prototyping, and you didn't really need performance out of the part once it was printed. You need to have a physical shape that would look and move and whatever, but didn't need to perform as the end use part.
Right.
And so I think what lies ahead for Desktop Health is manufacturing these resins that have the properties that are required, the strength, the flexibility, the aesthetics, and whatever else is required to create an end use part. And that's what lies ahead for Desktop Health, because again, we're moving into that final restoration, that final true product that we can print.
Mhm.
And companies, so again, printers need to print, but you need to have the materials that you can print that are going to do the job you want it to do. So I think that's really where the focus lies.
Yeah. So in well put, Bob. Well put. So
The audience liked it.
I was going to summarize it by saying enhancements in performance of the material.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
I think it comes down to materials. Like the materials have to catch up.
Well, it's got to, like Bob says, the materials are there now, but I think that over the next 5 years, we're going to see the materials improve to the point where they're relied upon to perform in the mouth.
Yeah, that
at a
and
much higher level.
all the red tape, right? All the governing bodies saying, "Yep, you can use this stuff that's already being used."
Yeah, I mean, hey, like for all the products that are trying to get through Health Canada, it seems to me like they're actually like everyone kind of moans and groans that they're waiting on approval, but I see a lot of products being approved by Health Canada. They must have a crazy schedule trying to get stuff pushed through. So, lots to come there. But Bob, this has been great. I want to keep it concise today. Be mindful of your time. Is there anything you'd like to say before we wrap up today?
No, I just say, hey, I appreciate you guys giving me the chance to be on here. It's always fun to talk to you too. And yeah, hopefully we can do this again, maybe in studio next time.
Yes.
Yes.
Be a lot of fun.
Next time you're in Vancouver, let us know, because we'll have you actually in here, and we'll have some fun.
That'd be awesome. Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Cool. There you go, folks. That is Bob Piercy. This is Bob Piercy with Desktop Health. How can people reach you if they want to talk to you, Bob?
Yeah, email Robert Piercy, all one word, at desktophealth.com, and my cell phone 780-965-2232. So I'm sure you guys can put this out, attach it. But yeah, there you go.
Or you can call your Henry Schein rep, and they'll get you in touch as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
What's
Good
that?
Shout out for our friends at Henry Schein.
Oh, shout out.
Shout out.
All right.
All right, Bob. Have a great day, man. Appreciate you having you on the show today.
Hey guys, no, thank you. Yeah, talk to you soon. Have a good weekend.
You bet. You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, cheers.